What's going on YouTube? Nameless here, and today I'm giving you all the tips that you need for rank play. It is finally here, so let's get ready, let's get out there, and let's get all the way up to top 250. All right guys, now first things first, you're going to want to make sure you get all of your settings correct going into rank play. You want to make sure that you are on the same level playing field as everybody when it comes to the movement, the aiming, and things like that, even your quality on your graphic settings. So let's go through it real quick. I don't want to keep you guys here longer than you need to be because I know you want to be in the rank play lobbies. So let's check out the graphics. So for graphics, a lot of the things that you're going to want are basically going to be custom to your PC, but I can go through the quality tab and sort of show you guys what you're going to need. For me, I play with Fidelity CAS. This is what most of the pros play on, with 100 as your strength. You want to keep that at 100, and then basically a lot of the other things are going to be very low. You can run through and pause this video and change your settings to your liking, but this is what most of the pros are going to be running as well. So textures on very low. Anti-stropic, I actually keep this on normal because I find that the quality of like the grounds and cars and things like that don't look as good if I put it on low. So that's one that I do actually keep on normal. All these things you can just pretty much copy and paste here. Details on normal as well. If you're not getting as many frames as you like, turn this down to low. It will give you like a nominal increase in frames, but for me, I have a pretty good graphics card with a 3080, so I keep it on normal. Down here is where you're going to want to tweak a lot of things though. Shadow and lighting, you want this on very low. Off for these three, and then low for the static reflection quality. Tessellation, you want to have off. Basically all the stuff from shadow and all the way down you're going to want to have on low or off. For me, I play on 105 field of view. A lot of pros play on like 103. There are some pros that go all the way down to 90. I do recommend 100 to start off with, and then if you want a little bit wider of a view, up it to about 103. But for me, 105 is sort of that sweet spot that I really like, where it looks good, it feels like I'm moving around real quick. Turn world motion blur and weapon motion blur off. You can pick what you want between affected and independent. I personally like affected. I just think it feels better for me, and that's going to be your guys' graphic settings. Now let's go take a look at the controller settings. This is where you guys are going to need to lock in. I know a lot of you guys probably have your stuff set up right now, but all those videos that people dropped in the beginning of the year, people have started to switch certain things. So I'm going to run you guys through it and get you ready for rank play. So for me, I play on 6.6. Obviously that is a preference thing. I play with the bumpers. I think it's a lot better. When you guys go down to your dead zones, for me, I like to play my left stick on 0 and then 75 max. Just for movement, you want to make sure that it's instant. You just don't want it to have any dead zone stick drift and mess up your movement. You want to have full control of that. And for me, for the right stick, this is going to be on a controller per basis, but I think a good starting point for you guys, don't go above like 5. If you do have stick drift, obviously you need to use it. I have a little bit, so mine is on 3, and then you want the max to be on 99. All right guys, now let's move over to aiming. So for me, advanced aiming settings, make sure you have your transition timing on instant. You don't want any delay when you're moving from player to player, trying to pop 2 and 3 pieces. Make sure it's on instant, and then put your response curve on dynamic. It's just the best response curve if you're trying to be a competitive player, especially if you're in ranked. Everybody is going to be on dynamic. Copy this. Do not go with anything else besides these 3. All right guys, we're moving over to movement. Let's go through some of the movement settings. So you're going to want your sprint assist on. Make sure sideways and backward is on so you can fully use that omni movement. Turn mantle assist off. You don't really want to be like accidentally jumping on things or get caught in a mantle when you're about to enter a gunfight. Turn your corner slice on so you can peek corners, chow people around corners, and just have like better cheekier angles when you're in game. It's going to help you guys a lot with that omni movement. And for me, now this is a preference thing, but I will give you guys some assistance here. I play on hybrid, so I can dive and slide, and there's no delay with this. It's going to take some getting used to if you switch over to hybrid, but basically, as you can read, it says tap only to slide, tap while holding sprint input to dive. So you'll get comfortable as you play with it, but I just think it's a lot better. Slide only is an option if you don't really prefer to like dive around and things of that nature. Tap to slide is actually going to give you a delay. So if you're on tap to slide, do not use it. I think it's very small. It's minimal if that, because I didn't notice it too much, but I had some pro players tell me when I was on tap to slide that there is a delay when tested. So I just trust them. Obviously they're the best at what they do. I switched over to hybrid, which is the best way to play. If you can master it, hybrid will be the most beneficial. All right guys, let's move down to the advanced settings. Now locking, guys, we're gonna have to be on point. Make sure you turn your single tap run on. Okay, everybody in there is going to be running like tactical sprint, things of that nature, so you can utilize that omni movement. I don't like tactical sprint because I find that sometimes I don't want to go instantly into the automatic tactical sprint and just be full blown running, because I want to be able to come out of sprint faster and utilize some of my attachments that maybe say come out of sprint, aim faster, right? So I play a single tap run. I think it's a better way to play, and this is what most of the players are going to be running when you run into the mid ranked. All right guys, now you're through the settings. Let's go into the best class builds to start day one of rank. Now obviously this is evolving, and this is going to include all the GAs. So let's get into the Amos. This is the main AR. Let's get into the build. For your Amos, you're going to want to be running the Kepler Microflex, the ported compensator, the reinforced barrel, the vertical foregrip for your underbarrel, and the ergonomic grip. Now some people do use quick draw if you like that ADS speed. I think ergonomic is a little bit better because I like to utilize that omni movement. This would be considered a fast class when you run the ergonomic attachment, because you do slide to fire, dive to fire faster. Obviously you can switch your sight around to what you like. I prefer the Kepler, but some people use the AccuPoint. The submachine gun that people are going to be running is the Jackal PDW. We can jump into the class here. The compensator, I just find that it feels a little bit better than the ported on the sub. The reinforced barrel, the Ranger foregrip, the ergonomic rear grip, and the balanced stock. Now this is a fast class. You're going to be running and gunning. It's going to feel really good, and with those movement settings that we had you put on, you're going to be balling with this class. All right guys, the pistol setup that we're going to use is going to be the Strider 22. This is what all the players are using. It feels really good. I've been running it. The Kepler Microflex, the compensator, the reinforced barrel, the ergonomic grip, and the WMR overpressured fire mod. And this is pretty much the three weapons that you're going to see in rank play. Obviously this includes GAs. Some of the other weapons are not allowed. You might see a couple GPRs in there, but the Amos is the superior class. And if you want to see the GPR, it'll be on my TikTok, so you guys can check that out. All right guys, you're all kitted up. You're ready to go. You have your AR, you have your sub, your pistol, all your movement and graphic settings. So go out there, rank up, and try to dominate the field. And I'll see you in the top 250. Peace out.